Welcome, everyone, to the Digital Hustle Podcast. In today's explainer, we're diving deep into a system for turning TikTok into an absolute powerhouse for your brand or business. We're talking about moving past just hoping a video goes viral and into a world where growth is something you can actually predict.
But hey, before we really jump in, I've got something special for you. If you're interested in another really powerful way to build your income, I've dropped a link in the description about turning just 15 minutes a day into some pretty substantial daily earnings. It's definitely worth a look. Okay, let's get into the good stuff.
All right, first things first, let's really set the stage here. Why is TikTok the platform you just can't ignore right now? Well, the numbers, they're honestly staggering.
As of this year, TikTok has a global audience of over 1.59 billion users. I mean, let that sink in. That's not just a platform. That's like a whole digital continent of potential customers.
But here's what's even crazier. It's not just about how many people are on there. The engagement rate is a massive 400% higher than any other social platform out there. So people aren't just scrolling by. They're actively watching, liking, commenting. They're plugged in.
And this engagement, it translates directly to sales. The hashtag TikTok made me buy it has pulled in over 240 billion views. That is a direct, measurable line from a piece of content straight to a customer's wallet.
So, the opportunity is absolutely huge. We can all see that. But this brings us to the big question, the one that probably keeps a lot of you up at night.
Right? If the audience is right there and they're ready to buy, what is holding so many creators and businesses back from seeing real, consistent success? Why does it feel like spinning your wheels so much of the time?
Well, the reality for most creators is a constant fight. You know the feeling. You run out of ideas, you're just guessing which hashtags might work, and worst of all, you get a bunch of views that never actually turn into sales. It's frustrating.
Okay, so here's the turning point. The way forward requires a totally different approach. We have to stop just throwing spaghetti at the wall to see what sticks.
Just imagine for a second. What if you could take all of that guesswork out of the equation? What if you could replace blind luck with a reliable, data-backed process that you could trust every single time you hit post?
And this slide just lays it out so perfectly. On one side, you've got guesswork, random ideas, wasted time, and that constant anxiety about the algorithm. And on the other, you have strategy, backed by data, leading to an efficient workflow and confident decisions. It's a total game changer. By the way, if this idea resonates with you, do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe to the Digital Hustle Podcast. It really helps us out.
So, how do we actually make this shift? Let's break it down into a super simple, actionable plan that anyone can start using right away. The whole strategy really comes down to this powerful four-step framework. You discover, you validate, you analyze, and then you act. It's a cycle that just keeps feeding your growth. So step one is discover. This is where you find what's already working, and more importantly, what's just starting to trend up in your niche. You're basically spotting the wave just before it gets huge. Next up, validate. This is crucial. You take those ideas and you back them up with real numbers. You turn a hunch into a sure thing by looking at real metrics. This is how you focus your energy on what will actually work. Then, you analyze. This is where you dig into the audience response. You figure out the exact words, the hooks, and the themes that are making people tick. You're essentially letting your audience write your playbook for you.
And when you put this process into action, it completely transforms your workflow. What used to take hours of painful research can now be done in just a few minutes. It's that effective.
But here's where this whole strategy gets even more powerful. Its value goes way, way beyond just making TikTok videos. I want you to start thinking of TikTok as the internet's real-time research and development lab. It is the ultimate focus group, telling you exactly what people care about right now.
And all that amazing data you gather, the winning topics, the killer hooks, the audience's biggest problems, that becomes fuel for everything else you do. Your Instagram Reels, your YouTube Shorts, your ad copy, even your product ideas. It all gets better.
Ultimately, making this shift from guessing to a data-driven strategy is what separates the creators who struggle from the ones who build sustainable, profitable businesses online. Now, this whole data-driven process is exactly what a tool like the Tik Analyzer is designed to simplify for you.
So, if this strategic approach sounds like the answer you've been searching for, and you're ready to stop guessing and really start growing, check out the link in the description to learn more and get your copy.
And that leaves us with one final thought to chew on. In our digital world today,
Is having the right data actually the most powerful creative tool you can have? Something to think about. Thanks so much for watching.